Hi guys, this is Matt, and today we are going to talk about the 2021 gubernatorial recall election in the state of California. Now, Gavin Newsom has been getting a lot of crap lately, mostly for his pretty bad management of the COVID-19 pandemic, which basically meant heavy lockdowns, heavy restrictions, while at the same time having the highest COVID cases in the entire nation. And of course, there's also the incident where he went to have dinner with a few lobby friends at the height of the COVID-19 pandemic, thereby violating his own lockdown restrictions. Now, if I personally were to vote in that election, I have to tell you that I would vote to recall him simply because he hasn't really done the most important part of being a politician, which is being a servant to the people. He's a hypocrite and he doesn't deserve the trust of the voters. But here in this particular video, we're not going to talk about my own political views, but simply about the fact whether he is going to sustain or whether the voters will give him the boot and send him out of office. Now, what's really important about this election is to understand the way how it works. It basically has two questions. Number one, do you favor the removal of Governor Gavin Newsom from office? And if the majority of voters answer that with a yes, then he'll be out. And the second question becomes relevant. Whom do you want him to be replaced with? And in that case, it's pretty sure to say that Larry Elder would be that guy in case if Gavin Newsom is out. He's clearly polling ahead of everybody else, and he's a self-described libertarian. Now, how likely is that to happen? How likely is it that Gavin Newsom will be shown the way out the door? Well, as of right now, he seems to be at least mildly secure, because the polling numbers suggest he's in the lead. But that there's one catch to this. Joe Biden overwhelmingly won California in 2020 by 29%. But that was an election where he went up against another Republican. In this election, Gavin Newsom will be up against the question: should he be removed? Yes or no? And since there are other Democrats in the race, it would be possible for somebody who does not agree with the Republican Party to vote yes on the recall and vote for somebody else to replace Gavin Newsom. Now, that wouldn't be an open support of the Republican Party, but it would help the Republican cause in a way that it would get Gavin Newsom out of office. And we did see right wing initiatives succeed in the state of California in the past. For example, the failed attempt to repeal an affirmative action ban, which was overwhelmingly rejected by California voters, where many people crossed party lines in order to support that in order to support that policy, a ban on affirmative action. And we could see something else recurring this time. However, it wouldn't be a referendum on a certain policy, it would be a referendum on Gavin Newsom himself. And he isn't too popular. So what I'm trying to say is, yes, it is very unlikely that Gavin Newsom is going to lose. Or actually, it is unlikely because it's not totally impossible that he loses. He has had good polling numbers, but good polling numbers for a usual race, not for a race as a Democrat in the state of California, and not for a recall election race. And thereby, I think it's safe to say there might actually be a chance that the incumbent Democratic governor of California, one who got enormous amounts of praise from celebrities and the media in general, could actually lose his job to a right leaning person. Let that sink in for a moment. And even if he wins, these numbers are not the ones the Democratic Party wants to have when it comes to the midterm elections. Goodbye.